This tutorial. This is Victruth here. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to be replicating this design, this amazing design. I saw this design on Pinterest and it looks beautiful, and I would like to show us how we can come about this design using our smartphone. So I'm going to be trying out this with my own personal brand color, right? My own images and all of that, but the same patterns and shape and whatsoever that has been implemented into this design. So I'm going to be doing that right now. So if you're just coming across this page for the first time, please do well to subscribe to this channel and turn on your post notification. Time to time I bring in updates on how you can design with your smartphone, and also updates on new AI tools that could help you improve in your design, and also how to use other designing tools like Canva, Photoshop and all of that to design. So but for this tutorial, we're going to be using our smartphone, right? So first I'm going to change this brand to a white color background. Yeah, so I have this my white color background. I'm going to click on the hexagon shape, right? This particular shape here. I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to click on shape here. So I'm going to click on the shape option box here. I'm going to click on the cycle option. I'm going to resize it, right? And then I'm going to close down the opacity, and then I'm going to scroll down to stroke. Here we have stroke, so I'm going to increase the stroke option. I'm going to reduce it this way, and then click on OK. So I'm going to increase the size now. I think this is not thick enough, so we'll have to edit it again, and then I'm going to increase the size. So now this is thick enough, so I'm going to position it, scroll down to relative position, and then centralize this to make sure that it is actually in the middle. I'm going to bring it down a little and make sure that it's in the middle, and then okay. So my color brand are orange and a bit lighter yellow, just as you can see on my Canva design layer, the light color orange, blah blah blah. So I'm going to just click on color, enable color, go to gradient. Here is my color brand, right? So I'm going to click on this color brand. How did I come about this? So click on the plus icon here, click on the color drop option here, and then this is your color wheel, right? So I'm going to drag this to the part where my color brand is. I'm going to drag this and then okay, and then I'm going to click the second pencil icon, which is this. I have changed the color for this, so I'm going to click on this and click on the color drop, and then I'm going to take this to the orange part of this color and then click on OK. So I have this color brand here, so I'm going to click on OK. So I have replicated my color brand to this shape. So that is that for how to come about the color on this shape. And I'm going to lock this shape by clicking on this layer option at the top here, so this shape does not move around while I add other elements to this design. So the next thing to do here is to add my text. So I'm going to start with my first text here. So I'm going to edit this text and click on done, and then click on OK. So I have this text here. I'm going to scroll down to color, change color to black, and yes, click on OK. So I'm going to add text again. So I'm going to copy this text and then drag it down and then edit, and close down the space and then OK. So I'm going to increase the size of this text, and then I'm going to use relative position and then OK. So I'm going to click on this layer option, pick on the day, and then position it towards the middle of the weekend. Aha. This way. I'm going to move this guy a bit down, but first I'm going to reduce the size, right? I'm going to reduce the size by holding down this big circle down here. I'm going to reduce the size and then bring it down, and then position this, then bring this other guy down as well. So now I'm gonna change the font for this weekend. Go scroll down to my font. I'm gonna go down. This makes not bad. This isn't bad. This is not bad. Let's work with this. Let's see what we have here. Okay. Let's go to, let's scroll down to padding. Yeah, it's padding. If you notice, this text is cut halfway. That's the last letter, which is the D. It's cut halfway. So I'm going to increase the padding to, let's say, we could do 7 or 8. Let's do 8, and then click on OK. So I'm going to use relative position. I'm going to position this sideways. So I'm going to click on the day option. I'm going to reduce the size of this. I'm going to reduce it to 15. And then OK. So I'm going to move this, reposition it. Then I'm going to align this a little more. And then OK. So I'm going to make this a bit transparent by reducing the opacity. And then yeah, 34 is fine. So we can do this for 34. So now what is left of us is to add our image first. But before we add our image, let's go down to the design and see what we've gotten so far. So here's the design, right? Yeah. So still need to do one more. Let's see what we have here. Centralize this. Move the day. Then reduce the size. And then here we're going to do our thank God it's Friday. So let's close this, add text. So we're going to edit the thank God it's Friday. Then done. Increase the size. Then go to fonts. We're going to look for a more busy font. Let's see what we have. This isn't bad, but let's see if we bold it, what does it look like? Okay, let's see. Let's increase padding. And then let's apply our brown color to it. And then okay, so I'm gonna add shadow to this. And I'm going to reduce the shadow opacity. Click on OK. So as to make it a bit different from the guy behind. I'm going to take it a bit up. I think we'll have to change the font for this guy so it doesn't keep interfering with each other. And then OK. So we have this way. Should we still apply our brand color to this? Okay, let's just do that. Yeah, so we have this way. So the next thing on this is, thank God it's Friday, let's have fun and make memory. Okay, so let's have our text now. So I'm going to make this all capital letter, and I'm going to reduce the size and then increase it, make it in one word. So I'm going to change the color to white, and then I'm going to scroll down to curve. I'm going to curve this text this way. And then click on OK. So we have this text curved this way. So I'm going to bring this to front. Let's see if we'll change this font so it doesn't come too down. See what we have. We should have more interesting fonts in it. This guy doesn't look bad. I'm going to move this guy down. Relative position. Relative position. Relative position. So we need to be sure that everything is well centralized. We'll do relative position for this. Done. Done. Let's see. Relative position. Yeah. So now everything is well centralized. So now I'm going to add my abstract shape behind to give this background a different look, right? So I'm going to click on import under hexagon shape, click on album. I'm going to pick this guy, and then I'm going to make it ratio 1, and I'm going to increase the size, and then I'm going to take it to back, and then I'm going to scroll down to opacity, then I'm going to reduce the opacity. Now I have this guy here, so I'm going to go to my layer option. I'm going to lock that so it doesn't move around. I'm going to lock most of the images I've added now all through. So now I'm going to add my image of the person I'm going to use for this. So I'm going to click on import. I'm going to use this image, then make it 1:1, then click on OK. And this is my brand. I'm going to make it this way, and then I'm going to centralize and click on OK. Then I'm going to lock this image. to avoid it from moving around. So under it, I'm going to create out my shape, right? So stay on shape here under the hexagon. So you just create your shape. So you can have your shape down here. So you can increase the size of this to see what you have done so far. You can see how we've been able to get this to this part. So I'm going to increase this, and then I'm going to add my content and media handle. So hit this too, and then click on relative position, to be sure that they're in the middle. So I'm going to click on my shape, click on hexagon, edit my shape. I'm going to close down the shape a little more, and then click on OK, and then position my shape properly, and then click on relative position to well align my shape. So I'm going to style up this shape a little more. I'm going to reduce it, and then I'm going to add radius to 10, then OK. I'm going to click on position, then position this properly, then click on relative position to centralize it. Then position it properly again. So guys, that is that for how to come about this design, right? So from what we have here, I'm going to bring it to front. Unlock it. So from what we have here and this, we still need to add one more shape here behind the lady, and then the lightning in front of her. So we're going to do that quickly. Okay, so here we're going to click on shape option, click on the cycle shape, and then reduce the size of this shape, and then increase it, put it behind her, and then move to back, then change color, and then change color to let's say yellow. So this is it. So I'm going to use relative position to centralize it. So we have that guy there. Now what is left, we'll do the lightning. So I'm going to click on sticker here. So you can see there is a white shape light here, right? So I'm going to click on done, and then I'm going to go to color, and then apply color to this shape. I'm going to make it my brand color, and then position it properly here. So you can see the light effect is adding to the image. We have our design ready. So the thing left here now is our logo, right? So here's the logo, 1:1. Okay, reduce the size, position it here, then change the color to black, then okay. So now we have this design here. So the next thing to do here is to save this image as a project. So thank God it's Friday. I'm going to click on done. Why is this not working? So I have saved this as a project. Now I'm going to save this design to my mobile phone. So I'm going to click on defaults, pick on the ultra, and then click on save. So now I have saved my design to my mobile phone. So that is that for how to go about this design on Pixel. I hope this design was helpful. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your post notification. See you in my next video, and bye for now.